What's that?
I know you know, Louise. I know. From the time I take on this sweet bread here, this coffee and this cheese, because Deborah say cheese and sweet bread is cut good. I ain't tried yesterday, yeah? But I'm telling myself,
This is your sweet bread or my own?
no. That is yours.
Oh gosh.
I'm telling
You
myself,
get 50% of this room.
I'm telling myself, you go smell this thing and you go come outside.
Nah, Gigi tell me you call him there.
And so?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I want to thank you first of all for the little treat you give me in the mall. I'm going to pay it to you. I feel happy to know. Hey, you know, we went to the mall a while ago, eh? After coming from Tunapuna. It was kind of wet down there. But I look around and I see some elderly couples. See some nice little couples other than that, younger than us. And I tell myself, you know, it's really nice to just go and sit down. You can't do it every week. But to sit down with your partner and just look around and whatnot. And I meet a nice young lady inside there. She walked up to me and she said, Mr. Lance. I say, yes, who are you? She said, Debbie. I said, Debbie, girl, thank you for, you know, making yourself known. Somebody called you this morning, somebody named Jenny. How many years married, they say?
37 years.
37 years. So Jenny, congratulations, you made 37 years.
Yes, was on the second, was 37 years. And she even agreed that she's gonna come and do a video. Well, she ain't agree yet, but she's gonna discuss it with her husband. And we should be able to do a video together.
Very nice.
37 years married.
37 years married. And some coffee, girl? I mean, you keep you up tonight, you know. And you know when you get into that bed and you up, it's talk all night, you know. It's talk all night, you know, non-stop talking, you know. But nevertheless, I can say one thing, girl. My hearing good, eh? Listen, I'll give you some, you know, I'll give you all.
Somebody tell me I'm 50-50, they find it look like 70 sometimes, yeah?
Who ever tell you that?
And I never complain.
Who? Who ever complained?
You.
No, me, I don't reason to complain.
But I talking 50-50 and you getting less than 50 and they never say nothing.
I'll see it before you come out.
You're smart, man.
So everything cool with you, eh? You enjoy your evening out?
Yes. Always end whatever commitment with a little, you know, light moment.
It's true, girl.
And it was really nice to meet up with Addie and Roy and have a little ice cream together. That was excellent.
And then come home and eat Deborah sweet bread. Deborah girl, you did a great job. I really appreciate it. I haven't down to the crumbs of it.
And ladies and gentlemen, this was my Mother's Day sweet bread.
This was her Mother's Day sweet bread, which she thought was my birthday sweet bread. But she didn't know that we started eating her Mother's Day sweet bread.
And you know, man, this is one time. Deborah, just say I don't get in mine 50-50. This is one time he eats 75% of the sweet bread, eh?
How you mean?
Because I tell him myself it's his.
She gets smart then.
Do I get how smart again? But Deborah, you take the cake, you take the sweet bread. How you say you take the sweet bread? You're good to go.
Thank you. And you're right, girl. Sweet bread and cheese, is it good?
Delicious.
All I had to have for dessert now is my heart medicine. Thank
So
you,
we still have your birthday sweet bread for your birthday.
After my birthday day again.
But the thing about it is, you know, Deborah end up a week before your time.
That's a girl, man. That's a great girl.
She thought it was yesterday.
But I thought my birthday was Monday, yesterday too, you know.
Yeah, because now you keep getting mixed up about the days. You're rushing it, man. But anyway, come like you're celebrating the month of June.
But I ain't about that though. I ain't about the whole month celebration.
2 weeks.
Somebody tell me my glasses looking nice and clean, man. The lens.
Who tell you that?
I ain't gonna tell you. Hey, look at the coconut tree up there now in the sunlight. Pretty, yeah? Look at the hills.
The hills look very clear.
Trinidad is a real beautiful country, yeah?
Excellent.
So you're good to go?
Good to go, man.
Well, folks, all who are having a birthday and having an anniversary this month, June is the month of brides, they say. I didn't know there can't be a bride without a bridegroom.
Yeah, boy, June month is the month of brides.
And this
So
camera twisted, but
all who's brave to take this step,
You telling
I
people?
shouldn't be saying that, right? But the general thinking is be a brave boy. But I would say, those of you who really your heart is into each other and you love one another and you want to spend your life together, it's a good choice. But remember, much love and respect from the very beginning. Much love and respect. And you will make it 53 years.
And
Love
more,
respect.
and more.
And more. What's your live?
You know, I feel youngsters these days feel that they can't even make 10 and 7 is too much.
Boy, I think you can't even make 1 month.
No, man, all they have to give it a try, man. All they really have to give it a try. Work together and stick it out. Nothing coming easy. Nothing will come easy. And even if you don't, you might get into serious trouble along the way doing other things that you shouldn't do. And then your life wouldn't be any better than you thought it would be. You know?
Yes. Marriage
Just-
is beautiful. You just have to work on it. It says marriage is like a garden. You work on it every day. Every day you have weeds to pick off, you have dead leaves to pick off, you have to stir the around the root, you have to add manure, you have to wet the plants daily. So let marriage be something that you want it to work, and therefore you both of you have to work on it. Both of you. 2 to get together, 2 to make the marriage, 2 to go separate ways.
And if you have youngsters, take them to the beach. If you're building a home, find the time to still take them. Because these are the things they're going to remember. You think they're going to remember you going to a gravel pit and going to buy lumber and all of that stuff? No, they will they will appreciate the home. But take them somewhere that they will remember, hey, daddy and mommy, they took us out and we have nothing to worry about as we look back upon life, what my parents did for us. Take them out, man. Even if it's to walk around the neighborhood and introduce them to different people you have never seen before, met before. And instead of jump into everybody's arms and be bosom friends. But let them live. Let them live. Let them come to maturity with a sense of respect for people.
But it's unfortunate, you know, Lancelot.
You want?
You know, you're heading in a very good direction there. You know, when you grow up trusting, it's a very good thing. But life has become so complicated in the last few years that you have to teach your children to not trust people. That is sad, but it's real. Because long ago, the things that people do now, you know what I mean, interfere with kids and, you know what I mean, lead them astray and so. You have to teach your children about safety, you have to teach them about not to be too friendly, don't take candies from a stranger, you know.
That's an old movie, you know, never take candy from a
You
stranger.
know what I mean? Long ago, when somebody gave your child a candy, you saw that as how very nice, to give the child a candy. One lady in North Carolina, she's dead now. She said her husband, when the kids, years after he died, a young man came to the house, and he said he came to look for the gentleman who lived here. And she said, but I'm sorry, he died a couple of years ago. And he said, I could never forget how when I'm riding past, he always gave me a candy.
Imagine that, yeah.
And he remembered the kindness of this gentleman, that he felt he had grown up, moved out of the area, and returned for some reason, and he felt he had to visit this old man.
Okay.
But now you will tell your child, don't take no candy from anybody.
Okay, but if you're telling your child, don't take candy from strangers, get so close to your kids and entertain them the way we entertain our children, going into the park, going to the botanical garden, walking around the savannah, carrying them to the beach. Make their life an integral part of your life.
Well, that is important to parents.
And when that happens, they're going to learn to trust you. And they will learn to have confidence in your advice. No, it doesn't mean to say it's going to work for every kid, eh? Because sometimes children are influenced by a partner, peer pressure, or whatever. But they still have somebody they could trust, mommy. And what better than the parents?
Of course.
What better than the parents to trust?
And then, you see, it's important. You know, sometimes when we correct our children, we would take a hard line. I don't want you doing that at all.
You talking to me?
No, I won't speak to you.
Oh, sorry.
And it is so, the child now could never think for themselves, because it is a command. A command. But a child needs to learn and to be encouraged to be able to make some kind of decision, even if it's to discuss what they're thinking. How do you feel about it? Rather than an adamant, you cannot do that, and I don't want you doing that. Because the more you control a child, is the more they will want to do different.
You know, you're talking there about, about not commanding and whatnot. I don't remember, really and truly, my father, my dad, putting me to sit down and talking to me about, let me say,
Marriage?
No, not marriage. Talking to me about issues of life, right? The issues of life. As a young person growing up and becoming a young man and whatnot. A lot of things I learned from being on the job, maybe at the Express, right? But you know what happened? Because my mother loved my father and respected him, we in turn respected him because of her great love for him.
Yeah. And then he may not have sit and chat and give advice, because he was a very busy man. Actually.
Yes, he really was a very busy man.
3 and 4 jobs to ensure that, food was on the table. And,
that was the mode long ago. Eh? That in his era, that was the thing.
Yeah. So he was so busy trying to make $1 to put on the table, and so he may not have had the time to sit and chat as a family. You all ate on every Sunday.
Oh yeah,
together.
we ate at the table, yes, definitely.
You know what I mean?
And as I grew older, I would sit in the evening with him. My mother shared his food, and mother had his food laid out.
But he was a noble gentleman. So you
true.
learn from experience.
And again, I want to emphasize, because of her love for him, we grew up with a sense of respect.
For your father.
And my brothers put that into their marriage, and my sisters put that into their marriage. We respected our partner. I saw them have their quarrels, but say what? But they respected each other. And that, when children see that at that level, when they see that at that level, brother, you don't get away from it.
Yeah. Respect. Teach your children to respect people.
Right.
respect other people's opinion.
That's an
You
extreme
don't know
too.
it all.
That-
Nobody knows it all.
That is very true. Respect the other person's opinion. You have to. Your answer is not the only answer. Your way is not the only right way,
Yeah.
right? And shouting at the top of your voice to emphasize your point is not the way.
No, that's childish.
That's childish. That's an immature stance that you're taking that can't work.
Speak above everybody else. No.
I feel like this young lady who came up this evening. She called herself Deborah, right? And that's probably her name already. And she came up and she had such a lovely, bright look, a lovely flair.
I wonder if that's the same
Maybe
lady.
maybe the same girl inside.
Was it like a young lady, like
Yes.
maybe in her 20s, late 20s, early 30s?
It could be.
Did she have long hair?
I can't recall.
Because at Pennywise, a young lady said to me, Mama Lou, you
Yeah.
look very different to how you look on the screen.
You look uglier?
And I said, how did I look? She said, you look prettier.
Gosh, Louise, you fall for that girl?
So no, I'm just telling you.
It probably-
I'm just asking if the person might be the same person.
It might be
you
the
know?
same person. It might be the same person.
Oh no, Lancelot, I'm not one that panders to vanity.
Ah, panders to vanity. You've been reading, girl. I never put that into the Ghost of Korra, though. So where you got that? Natural flair.
Naturally.
That is great. That's great.
Yeah,
So, folks,
vanity to be vain. I try to be humble, not to be vain, and you know, I will hate a thing that I will get vain
let me correct you here a little bit.
over a compliment.
Well, let me correct you here. You don't try to be humble, Louise. That was one of the hallmarks of when I met you. I knew you were a humble person. I knew you were caring. And one time I go tell you this, girl.
No.
Your head go explode, you know.
No.
You have always been a very humble person. You've always been a cheerful person. You've always been a people's person. You really have been. At first, I might have been a little jealous of your interaction with people, and I realized, hey boy, this is the woman. This is the woman. And that same young woman who met you this evening, I could see she is a free person.
Yeah, the person I met, that was all she said, and she just moved on, you know.
Yeah, a free person who could
Very pretty young lady.
Well, it must be Debbie then. Debbie was pretty too, but I can't remember whether she had long hair or short hair. And I ain't saying that for your benefit, eh? So, folks, this is a little quiet little session here. We now come back from outside there. We have a little sweet bread, and this is a little moment. This is our little moment we're sharing with you.
Okay, today, Ashan is someone I had been hailing out to for a while, and Ashan rang us this morning, and it was so wonderful speaking to Ashan.
Yeah, definitely.
Ashan is a young man, maybe not a young man, but you know.
He looks young.
But Ashan always called us on a Friday afternoon. He would call.
So you got to mix up with the days then?
He
So this
would call
Tuesday.
just to be sure how mom and dad doing,
Yeah.
how are you all doing. And at that time that Ashan really called us was a time that we needed that kind of contact, you know. And as time has gone by, Ashan doesn't call us often, but I truly appreciated those words, Ashan, as also Lance, Uncle Lance, as he fondly calls us, and
Yeah.
Uncle Lance, you know. And it's wonderful quality when people take time for others. We cannot be too busy. We cannot be too busy that we cannot make a phone call to someone whom the joy that you brought you might never imagine.
That's right.
There are a lot of people out there quite lonely, heartbroken, and whatever to go with it. But to just reach out and make a phone call to them means a lot.
Yeah.
And Ashan really warmed my heart with those calls that he made to us
And let me tell you,
a few months ago.
excuse me, Ashton gave me the story of the birth of Sarah Roti and Bus Up Shot. I was so sorry I wasn't taping this fella. Because I didn't think anybody could tell that story the way he told it. But I'm going to commit it to him. I'm going to commit him to it. So the next time he call, I'm going to say, Ashton boy, I need you on tape. That story was so hilarious.
Yes, it is.
The
The difference between...
The birth of Sarah Roti and the birth of Bus Up Shot.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Very good, very good.
So
it was
folks,
hilarious.
thank you very much, Louise. Thanks again, Deborah, this is all that is left of your sweetbread now.
And this one is mine. Oh, like a big 50-50, boy.
No. Don't try that. Don't try that. This here, Deborah, is the one you presented me with yesterday. We just ate Mama Lulu.
Finish mine.
Just finished that. And this one here, I'm keeping it to the birthday.
That's too long. That can last.
Okay, you see that? She done planning already. That's too long. That's too far from Monday.
But we're glad that you thought it was this Monday, Deborah. We
So,
have been
Deborah,
celebrating with it.
Thank you very much. I hope that Lyndon will pass through, otherwise you'll have to take half of this for him too. And then Lisa can get a piece out of it.
And Tian loves
Yeah.
her sweetbread.
Don't worry, Deborah. We're not going to eat all of this by ourselves. Louise will not allow me to eat this by myself.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring. Michael Chambrano, boy, sorry.
Michael
You're
Zambrano.
too far, boy. You're too far. So, Louise,
Oh, yes. So, regards to all of you. And have a good night. All the best. Love you guys.